Check, check. 1, 2. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All good?
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Good evening and welcome to Frank Holohan Soccer Complex for Derby Day in Dandenong. Dandenong City versus Dandenong Thunder. It is the 18th edition of this local rivalry. And until the elimination final last year, Dandy City had never won one. They saved their first triumph for the biggest game between these two teams so far. So Thunder on their redemption arc after an outstanding campaign last season. They've struggled early doors, but a 4-2 victory over Altona Magic last week, in which they netted 3 quick-fire goals in the first half, will have done wonders for the confidence. Dandy City coming good as well, thanks to the recent inclusion of Piers Waring up top. 3 goals in his first 2 games, and again, Dandenong City are unchanged following their win against Green Gully last week. Piers Clark between the sticks. The back four of Corey Sewell, Harry Ascroft, Jack Webster and Gaku Inaba. George Lambatarides and Danny Kim in holding midfield. Jamie Latham playing in the number 10 role. On the flanks, Valley Chesnick and Will Bauer. Piers Waring leading the line. On the bench for Dandy City, there is one change. No Malik Abuzba. Jack Parajic Cullen comes in on the pine. Xander Guy, Matty Jofku, Tim Atherinos and Stasi Georgikopoulos are the other outfield options available to Nick Tolios, with Matthew Marum the backup goalkeeper. For Thunder, there are 2 changes to the starting lineup. Lee Woo-hyok was withdrawn in the second half against Altona due to injury. He misses today, the South Korean. In comes Parker Williams in defence, and Ben Jeeba comes in for Jack Morton, who drops to the pine, leaving us through the mystery as to who's going to partner George Mells in central midfield. We'll have to wait till kick-off to see. In defence, Daniel Alessi and Sevdim Ismaili retain their places. Ali Soleimani and Jay Romanovsky on the flanks. The aforementioned George Mells in midfield, and a front three of Wade Decker, Lant Maniek and Hassan Jallo, although we'll wait and see whether Decker drops a little bit deeper to cover that central midfield position today. On the bench, a couple of changes. Dennis Martin and Dante Avian retain their places. In comes Oli Yankolovsky, Tabena Ubani and Rahul Suresh. Joseph Niawema and Harry Phillips drop out of the matchday squad. Just about ready for kick-off here at Frank Holohan. Yanni Milidis takes us away. Dandy City in the white and blue, kicking from right to left. Dandenong Thunder in the famous red and black stripes. My name is Josh Parrish, and I'm delighted to be joined in the commentary box today by none other than Ivan Gergic. Ivan, your second time here this season, and this fixture always seems to deliver in spades.
Thanks, Josh. Absolute delight to be here by your side. Of course, we've started the night well with 2 pork belly rolls.
Customary here, mandatory, I'd almost argue.
And hopefully we get some good action on the field as well.
Hajduk trying to make the early first impression. Ismaili went to ground, referee not interested, and it wasn't far away at all for Jamie Latham, flashing that shot across the face of goal from an acute angle. Andrew Withers was left rooted to the spot. Oohs and ahs of disappointment from the grandstand. He was mighty close to a spectacular opening goal inside the opening minute here. Sprayed out to Jibba. Ascroft in the battle with Maniek. Inaba with a loose pass, and it's given away to Jallo. And a chance on the other end now for Dandenong Thunder. Cut back by Maniek. Clipped in by Mells. Away by Dandy City. Booted upfield. Will Bauer in the duel. And Ismaili wins out that time. Well, helter-skelter in the opening moments here, Ivan.
That's exactly right, Josh. Both teams trying to settle into this derby. Of course, we were graced with 3 additions last season. And both teams, again, will have aspirations for finals football in 2026. But both will have to get a move on, sitting sort of at the bottom end of the table as Latham gets on the half turn. Just overcooks his pass to Will Bauer.
Miscommunication there. Dandy City's position on the table, currently 12th. They would be 8th if not for that 4-point deduction imposed by Football Victoria. The chest of Waring. Flag up on the far side as Will Bauer flashes one across the face. That would not have counted.
Of course, Josh, Dandy City have hit some form, winning their last 2 games. You were here calling last week.
Yeah, spectacular first half double from Pierce Waring, particularly his first goal, driven left-footed across goal into the top right corner. Yeah, spectacular. About a hat-trick before his first goal, missed like a gimme of a header, which he just failed to make significant contact with from 6 yards, unmarked. Still a match-winning performance from him. They've been patient with him. Brought him in slowly. He wasn't quite match fit coming in late in pre-season. Didn't play much the last couple of seasons with Oakley Cannons. From Withers drops short. Maniac putting his weight about. And Latham will send it back towards Webster and Pierce Clark. Webster's 349th appearance in the top flight in Victoria, which brings him equal 9th all-time in terms of top flight appearances in Victorian football history, level with Daniel Jones today.
Big 350 next week, Josh. That'll be a cause for celebration.
And that'll take him up to equal 8th.
Of course, he probably missed a couple of years there. He was playing VPL 1, or as NPL 2 as it was known, with Dandenong as well, so probably could be nudging 400.
Servant he's been this club and for Bentley Greens, of course. Scored in the grand final and multiple titles there under Johnny A and Nick Tolios. He's reunited with that Dandy City.
And of course, who could forget bobbing up for that important goal in their 1-0 win.
Decent ball from Mells. Sorry to cut you off there, Ivan, but it's well fielded by Pierce Clark.
Yeah, of course, last season's semi-final did bob up against Avondale to send them through to the grand final.
He raced his way back from injury as well to be part of that final series, if I remember correctly. I thought he was done for the year, but not so. Such a leader in getting them to the grand final from 6th position. First team to ever do it in the NPL era.
As you mentioned before, Josh, looks like Wade Decker is dropping a little bit deeper than his probably customary striker role, so sort of linking up in midfield.
He's a bit of a jack of all trades, or has been used as such in his career. I remember him playing a spell at fullback for Oakley when they were in an injury pinch. Good worker. Be given a bit more attacking freedom with George Mells sitting just in front of the back three. Now his touch. Latham only has one option to aim for in Valley Chesnick. Now the runners come from deep as Chesnick takes on Romanovsky. Still Chesnick to the byline. And the scorer of last week's goal of the week, Jay Romanovsky, puts it behind for a corner. Still just 19 years of age, with a wealth of top-flight experience under his belt already. And with the new under-20 rule and under-23s rule in this competition, players who can start at 19 are worth their weight in gold. Hesitation on the corner routine. It's 4 Dandy City players pile right in on Andrew Withers. Back post delivery is headed away. And Dandy City will get the chance to take this again from the opposite side.
Right cross, Bauer! Takes!
Is that your nightmare as a defender, the in-swinging corner to the back stick?
I'm just looking here. Thunder have absolutely loaded their 6-yard box. So probably no surprises as to where they think this one will go. Seems to be a more common tactic in NPL Victoria. Throw in the long throws as well. Chaos in the box.
Can be Latham to take. The 6-yard box again. It will come out for the volley. Never in danger of troubling the goal from Valley Chesnick off his left boot. See a bit of live match analysis going on in the Dandy City technical area. Handy to have the stream on the laptop. Not sure if they're listening to our commentary in real time though, Ivan.
I think they've got bigger fish to fry at the moment, Josh.
Oh, lovely spin by Waring. Sent his defender to the shops, and now Will Bauer up against Gibber. He turns it behind at the cost of another corner. Sustained pressure from Hajduk, the home side. A healthy crowd here tonight. They've started brightly.
Of course, a beautiful evening for football, Josh. Action-packed evening in Senol NPL Victoria. 4 other games on at the moment. Give you some updates as the night goes forward.
Real corkers as well. This is a night for multi-screening if ever there was one. Latham's delivery is a good one, and Withers resorts to the punch. Chesnick on the volley again. This time on his right foot. Got it on target, but didn't have the power to make it through the pack of players. Lambatterides up for the aerial ball. Moved away. Now Waring fancies a strike, and it's a comfortable claim for Withers. Good bit of distribution as well. Great throw from the goalkeeper. Setting up the counter-attack for Maniek. Advantage paid by the referee. Little 1-2 with Wade Decker. And Chesnick staying with him the whole way back to dispossess Maniek just before he could get the shot away. Good advantage paid by the referee, and Thunder almost make the most of it. And the Batterides asking too much of Latham there.
Yeah, Thunder dangerous on the counter there. Chesnick did well to just put enough pressure on Maniek there, just to prevent any sort of danger. Well cleaned up in the end.
Gibber. Well won by Lambatterides, and that's a lovely weight on the pass from Latham. Bauer with the square ball was intercepted. Lambatterides sliding in. What an opening for Dandy City. And a careless turnover just inside their own half. Hajduk were pressing with intent. Mills hooks it away. Inaba.
Thunder here, Josh, setting up in a 5-3-2 off the ball. So looks like those wing backs are dropping deeper, but when they do have the ball, obviously pushing a bit higher, as that one's just overcooked. Intended for Bauer.
Dandy City seem to be favouring their left-hand side at the moment. Jallo. Decker pushed off it. Fell off the toe of Will Bauer and correctly awarded to Thunder there. Bit of ferocity and intent in this one, as you might expect. 3 meetings last season, they were all dramatic in their own way. They had 98th minute goals in both the home and away fixtures. A very controversial game in the reverse fixture here at Frank Holohan with a ghost goal in off the crossbar that may not have crossed the line from Dandy Thunder, and then a big shout for handball on the Yuki Uchida winner, which, to be fair, would have been a mighty spot for the referee in real time, but that one left a sour taste for Dandy City. And George Lambatterides levelling it late on the road in a 2-2 draw, 98th minute header. And of course that stout defensive performance in front of a huge Thunder home crowd. So Jamie Latham score the game's only goal and send Dandy City to a semi-final and then to the grand final. Ending Thunder season prematurely after they were the second highest scorers in the comp last season. There's so much talent in the off-season though. He's one of the new boys, Maniac. He's been a diamond in the find so far. 4 goals already this year. Melts. At him like an open book there. Ismaili all the way back to Withers. Lofts it up forwards. Scroft, that's a stretch for that one. Maniac always providing that threat with his pace in behind. Yeah, will do from Ismaili. Very dominant in possession early doors here, Dandy City. What's impressed you about them so far, Ivan?
Yeah, obviously Chesnick's moved on to that right wing. He's spent a lot of the last year or two sort of playing at fullback, so that could be a reason why, Josh, they are sort of favouring the pace of Will Bauer on this left-hand side. But some good midfield rotations early, just creating options for themselves. And when you've got a player like Pierce Waring scoring goals, and confident, that's always going to help as the ball goes back to Clark. But yeah, I think they're just finding their groove, Josh. Obviously a bit of a rocky start for both sides, but City have got a couple of wins on the bounce. And
they're now up to the exact same points tally they had in round 9 last season. So slow starters.
History's repeating itself, some would say.
Well, I'll be very happy if it does. It means another grand final.
We'll see if the footballing gods treat us to a 3rd Dandy Derby this year again.
Wouldn't say no to that. It'll take some effort from Thunder to get up to that finals chasing pack now. No Jamie Young, no Tice Van Amerongen, no Yuki Uchida, no Kyle Taylor. They've lost some big names in the off-season. Webster's ball. Lambatterides looked offside and was.
Of course, Dandy City bolstered their side in the off-season as well with the departure of Kenny Athiu. In came Archie McPhee. In came Xander Guy and Pierce Waring. Looks like Pierce has taken that sort of striker role for the time being.
Here's Ben Jiba, giving Inaba a few headaches. Good recovery from the Japanese defender. Looking for his own redemption in this fixture in a way. This corresponding game here at Frank Holohan last year, he received a red card in stoppage time, making contact with the referee. Ended up with a 5-game ban. It was originally 10 games, but was reduced on appeal. That mad ending to that one. Dandy City finished with 9. Corey Sewell red carded earlier in the piece. Build up in possession here from Dandy City. Latham in a tangle with Jibba. Inaba keeps it alive. Forward by Sewell. Maybe another corner. Romanovsky couldn't chase it down in time. Thunder can't really get a foothold in the game at the moment. They just haven't had any of the possession.
Yeah, definitely on the back foot early here, Josh. City with their 4th corner, about to be whipped in.
It's the left foot of Will Bauer on the in-swinger. Deep delivery, Inaba to head it across goal. And sloppy defensive work from Parker Williams, really. Unnecessary touch. Cost of another corner. Parker Williams, the young former Melbourne Victory centre-back. Just 20 years of age. Making his first steps in senior football. Latham's short corner to Kim. Danny Kim with space and time to measure the cross. Well dealt with, but Wade Decker simply had no one to pass to on the counter-attack. It was all hands on deck defensively. On diagonal towards Inaba. Poor defensive header from Lambatarides. Lets in Ali Suleimani on the break. He's got pace to burn. Suleimani clips it to the back stick. Decker to retrieve. He's got 2 in the middle to aim for. Comes back to Romanovsky. Wade Decker to whip it in. It wasn't the most convincing header. Skimmed off a Dandy City head and out for a Thunder corner. A glimmer on the counter-attack from Thunder. They were away in a flash.
Suleimani just overhit that cross, but Decker made a good run into the back post.
Valley, just watch the deep run, Valley!
He was free as a bird, Wade Decker. The cross had been a little closer to him. Instructions being barked out from the out of technical area. Short one from Mells to Decker. A disappointing end product. The short corner police will be right on that one. Very, very wasteful from George Mells and Wade Decker. Takes over. Decker's layoff. Jallo. Hassan Jallo with a clear side of goal. It's straight at Pierce Clark, not once but twice. Golden opening for Dandy Thunder. They've had barely any of the ball. City shot themselves in the foot there. Offensive half turnover. Only took one penetrative pass from Parker Williams. Well measured layoff from Wade Decker. Mike Harshen thinking Hassan Jallow should have done a bit better there.
Did well to get a shot off quickly, just probably ill-directed straight at Pierce Clark. Then had a second bite of the cherry, which was, albeit from a tougher angle.
Missed it the follow-up. Top the ball. 12 goals in the league last season, Hassan Jallow. Great season he had. Scored last week, the opener, after 2 minutes against Altona Magic. Here's Maniac. Webster winning it back. And they've played through a cul-de-sac there. Beautiful football from Dandy City. Latham to Bauer. It's Will Bauer on the angle, and it whistles across the face. How did that stay out? Dandy City going from back to front. Cross headed out as far as Maniac. Romanovsky taken down by Corey Sewell. It's come back off the base of the post, Ivan. It's difficult to see through the tangle of legs, but he was inches away.
So close yet so far, Josh. We've seen both sides in the last 5 or 10 minutes here have flashes of brilliance in transition. Once they do regain the ball in a good position, they're more than happy to send numbers forward, which will make for an entertaining encounter tonight if that keeps up.
What about Dandy City playing through the traffic in their own penalty area? A couple of one-touch passes. Suddenly they're away.
Jamie Latham with the head check, just waiting for Will Bauer to come steaming past on the left-hand side.
It's good awareness from Waring early in the piece as well. That's what you want your striker to be able to do, head on a swivel. So close to an opening goal. Andrew Withers was well beaten by that low dragged effort from Will Bauer. Lovely back heel from Maniac. Ooh, Decker was almost away. Important interception from Webster. This game on a knife edge at the moment. City have been so dominant, but Thunder, every time they win the ball and go forward, look likely. And Batteridis. Switch your play out to Inaba. Bauer holding the ball up against Benjiba. Latham fancies a strike. And it's trickling wide. With his scrambling across his goal line, never in danger. Nestling in the bottom corner. Kept the Thunder goal so far to no avail. Local pride on the line in the Dandenong Derby. The 18th edition of this contest. Currently the head-to-head record stands Thunder with 10 wins, 6 draws and 1 Dandy City win. That was the last one, the most important one.
Yeah, quite a one-sided, well, lopsided ledger there over the last 10 or 12 years, Josh. Very fascinating.
Very different Thunder team to last season, though. Only 4 players who started that elimination final are involved today. Decker sliding it through. Lats Maniac goes down. Was he fouled by Danny Kim there? Adam Piddock has his arms aloft. He was convinced. The referee wasn't. What'd you make of that one, Yvonne?
I guess Maniac probably didn't realise he had 3 men surrounding him. Probably should have pulled the trigger first time there. Ball looked like it sat up okay. Just wanted to take a touch. Tangle of bodies. Hard to pick anything obvious out of that one. But definite shouts from the Thunder bench. Could have been a free kick.
And contact probably just outside the area, if any. Very heated between the benches tonight, as you might expect on Derby Day. It's a picture of tension down there on the touchline. Mileidis, for his part, has managed it well so far. Good to see the youngsters getting involved today as well. Got the Hajduk Ultras section diagonally across from us with the drum. Average age of about 12 in that group, I think. A tangle behind play between Jallo and Sewell. Nothing too serious. Inaba. Waring dropping deep, trying to spin Gibra, and he will wriggle past him. The ball springs free. Maniac. Great first touch. He's done so well there. 2 defenders on him. Somehow Thunder keep possession. And yes, George Mel's wrong-footing Gibra with the pass. Quickly taken throw by Bauer. Alessi. Pass point stick. Webster. Nicely taken down by Lambatteridis. Kim.
Just watching as this game settles a bit more, Josh. You can notice the movement between the lines of Lambatteridis and also Latham. I think that'll be the key to unlocking the Thunder defence. They win it back here.
Decker. Jallo on a chase. Webster. Wanted a free kick for that. Slightly theatrical from the Englishman, I must say.
349 games of experience under his belt, Josh.
Jallo. Maniac. Decent delivery. Decker couldn't do much with that in front of the near post. Games tonight. Luckily, Bentley's just kicked off, and it's not going well for Andy Vargas on debut in the Green Gully dugout. Gully down to 10, pressing up 2-0 straight away with a penalty in the second goal for the 37-minute mark. Muscular challenge from Gibra. Jallo sending it wide to Maniac. Maniac crosses straight into Inaba. Back towards Melts. Smaley had to go all the way back to Alessi, and the momentum rather suffers in the Thunder attack as a result. Williams. Maybe their longest spell of possession of the game so far. They've been playing on the counter-attack the entire time. Mills with no appetite to play short through the lines. So they've pretty clear instructions tonight to bypass the midfield. Mills, Maniek was the wrong side of the last defender and quickly taken by Webster. Smartly done. Dandy City targeting this left flank again. Bauer gets around the outside of Ismaili. In for Latham, and that was goal bound. If not for the block from Alessi, that was heading to the bottom corner. Jamie Latham so close to the game's opening goal.
Fantastic awareness from Webster to kickstart that counter-attack. Obviously utilised Bauer there on the left-hand side. And Latham also almost getting his 5th of the season. Currently top scorer for Dandy City, with Pierce Waring breathing down his neck. As the 6th corner of Dandy City gets whipped in. Out to Kim. Ball back in the box. Shouts for a foul. And Miletis judges that to be a push in the box. And Thunder will get the free kick just outside their 6-yard box.
They've had plenty of openings, Dandy City. And they fancy this 1v1. Will Bauer going around the outside of Septim Ismaili. You can see that was slicing straight into the bottom corner. Daniel Alessi in the way. Comes off his left heel. And a bit fortunate that doesn't deflect into the other bottom corner.
Not sure Alessi had much idea of what was happening there. But he, as any good defender does, got himself between the ball and the goal.
Last ditch. Maniek! Cool! Loves a strike from range. And that one had Pierce Clark scrambling across his near post.
DK!
Good off the boot, didn't it, from Maniek?
DK!
Loves cutting in on his left foot, as we've seen on a couple of occasions already tonight.
DK!
Clark did well to react to a dipping ball.
DK!
Nice swerve and dip on that strike. He hits them well. The West Australian.
Oh.
Melts. Stood up, and now Chesnick. It's down to Latham. No one to aim for. You probably know better than me, Irvine. What's the thinking behind sending every player back for a defensive corner? I've always thought you should leave at least one forward for a counter-attack.
We need someone to aim for, Josh, when we're clearing the ball as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I can understand the last 5 minutes of the game or just before half-time, but, yeah, I'd always prefer to leave one, if not two. A bit of pace there if the ball does come out.
I always feel if you send more players back, they send more players forward. They don't have to worry about the counter-attack. Just leave one on halfway.
Probably in the last 5 or so years, Josh. There's a foul there.
Sally Suleimani is in trouble. Corey Sewell, who got the brunt of it. Certainly got the ball, but showing studs, I think, is the issue.
As I was just saying, Josh, yeah, a lot more coaches now like the zonal marking, especially for defensive corners. So by the time you put 4 or 5 players in a zone and on the posts, you've got probably 3 or 4 marking. Doesn't leave many to leave up front.
There's been a quick costume change on the bench there for Lat Maniek. Taken off the undershirt. I think he overestimated how cold it was going to be tonight. I must admit, I did the same thing. Came rugged up, expecting traditional NPL weather, but it's a rather mild evening in Endeavour Hills. What worries me, though, is he's taken off the GPS bra as well, so he's not going to get the stats for the last 10 minutes.
Potentially a tactical ploy there from Maniek.
Well, he's racing back over now. Off comes the shirt again. Realised the stoppage was going longer.
We're in 2026, Josh. Data is king.
For the record, the S&C's got to add another run from the bench back over to the middle of the pitch and then back to the bench to put the bra back on. Make sure we've got it all down. Treatment ongoing for Corey Sewell. He's back up on his feet now and limping.
Cover a little bit sooner. You need to cover a little bit quicker. That's on the other side, yeah?
Webster. Up long and up the line. Down by Wary. Corey Sewell back on the park. Good to see. And Will Bauer, you mentioned long throws before, Ivan. We're about to see one. Does get decent distance on these. He's as far as the near post that time. Back out to Bauer. Webster's in there. Chesnick with his third volley of the evening into the pack of players. A little backheel from Bauer was a nice idea, but couldn't connect with Ashcroft. Decent bend on the ball in behind. It's going to run away from Latmaniak. But Sewell's in trouble. Down again. And they're calling for the substitution now. Corey Sewell will not be able to continue. Jack Bryce Cullen is the obvious replacement defensively, although they could bring Valley Chesnick back and play the role he played at the back end of last season. Another Suleimani challenge from a couple of minutes ago is being relitigated. It does hurt all the more when your player gets injured as a result.
Corey Sewell's not one to go down softly either. So maybe some studs came through. Hopefully only a ankle or a bit of a knee contusion. Hopefully nothing too bad.
Yeah, the right boot's off. I think it's the ankle. Shin pads are coming off, and so is he. Time in the Dandy Derby has been an engaging watch so far. Gives us a chance to take a look around the grounds. Scoreless between Heidelberg and Avondale. Looks like Heidelberg had a goal disallowed. South Melbourne taking a 1-goal lead against St Albans. Their players freshly back from Fiji. Geordie Swivel, the game's only goal. And Oakley Cannons racing to a 2-goal lead against Bentley Greens after just 13 minutes. see the substitution being prepared. It will be Tim Atharinos to come on. Imagine Chesnick will drop back to right back, Ivan.
Yeah, I think that would be the logical manoeuvre here. Quite a decent stoppage here. See how many minutes Yanni Melides decides to add on. Hopefully his stopwatch is on.
It's a bit odd because it's very obvious early doors that Sula's going to have to come off the second time he goes down. I think you could just get him over to the sideline and treat him there. A good crowd in tonight. Dandenong. You can see this one. Gets us back underway at long last. Alessi wins the header uncontested. Forward by Melts. Hooked away by Webster. Jiba. Latham brought down by Decker.
It's three times.
Well taken free kick from Bauer is wasteful. City were baying for a yellow card for that challenge on Jamie Latham. Yanni Melides has elected to keep his cards in his pocket thus far. Trying to play through the pressure. Not for long though. Ismaili not taking any chances. Decker off the chest. A painful one for Lambatarides. We'll leave it at that. Laid off by Jallo. Maniek. Latmaniek. Lambatarides hooks it away, still walking or jogging gingerly. And 4 minutes up on the board from the fourth official. That's almost entirely thanks to that Corey Sewell injury. Further testing Dandenong City's already shallow depth. Not able to field Jackson Leno and Archie McPhee in the squad today due to the under-23s restriction. They do have one of the older squads in the competition. Jiba going nowhere. Latham. Alessi stepping in. Melts for Decker. Maniek. First time flick around the corner for Jallo. Possessed by Chesnick. It's better combination play going forward from Thunder. Another side strike before the break here in the Dandy Derby. Chesnick holds it up. They hook it back into Melts. Well won by Parker Williams.
Come up a bit, come up a bit, come up a bit. Come up a bit. Squeeze it. Thunder have grown into this game as it's worn on.
being pretty consistently on the back foot to start. Will Bauer hitting the base of the post. Rover's interception. Dispossessed. And late contact. And Mel's gives away the free kick.
Both sides look really good, Josh, when they knock 5 or 6 passes together in quick succession, can play through that midfield area. Thunder have probably taken a bit longer to settle in, but the last few passages definitely looked ominous going forward into that final third.
They play from back to front, and George Mills has turned it over. More of a 3-4-3 to start. It looks like Ali Suleimani's almost dropped into a number 10 role now, maybe to give them an extra man in midfield. Chesnick. Latham went too early.
Final minute here, the first half. Still scoreless. Both sides, I think. I think Dandy Thunder will be a bit happier going into the break 0-0. But we'll see if there's any adjustments at half time. So they break here. Ball comes out to Maniak. Well handled by Inama.
That draws us to a close at the end of the first half. Scoreless in the Dandenong derby so far. Plenty to talk about in that first 45, though. Will Bauer coming closest after a sweeping counter-attacking move from Dandy Thunder. Ended in his low strike. Dragged across the face of goal and coming back off the base of the post. Jamie Latham had a goal-bound effort, cleared almost off the line by Daniel Alessi. Not that he knew too much about it. And Dandy City had most of the forward action in that first half, but Dandy Thunder with some openings on the counter-attack and then growing into the game as the half wore on, and an injury to Corey Sewell forcing Dandy City to make the game's first change. How have you seen it, Ivan, and what does either side need to do to make a breakthrough in the second 45?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Dandy City had the early pressure there on Thunder. I think it was 6 corners they had in their first probably 20, 25 minutes. But again, Thunder looked ominous on the counter-attack, and then the last 10 to 15 minutes were able to get a bit more on the ball and bring their midfielders into play. And when they do release Maniak and Jallo quite quickly, they do look ominous. So, yeah, I'm not sure if Adam Piddick will make any changes right away at half-time, but I'm expecting both teams to want to throw some more numbers forward into the second half.
Well, this game still has plenty of drama in store. We can be sure of that based on past experience in this fixture. Don't go anywhere. The second half coming up on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel in Senol NPL Victoria round 10. The halftime score is Dandenong City 0, Dandenong Thunder 0. Scoreless at the break between City and Thunder. City with the better chances in the first half, but succumbing to an injury was the right back Corey Sewell, and that long stoppage seemed to give Dandenong Thunder a bit of composure and a route back into the contest in the final 15 minutes of the first 45. Both sides unchanged from the looks of things since then. Valley Chesnick has moved back to right back. Tim Atharinos, the enforced change coming on the flank. And Dandy Thunder will kick us off for the second 45. Josh Parrish here alongside Ivan Gergic. Ivan, I suspect the best is yet to come in this fixture. This always seems to heat up with late drama.
Definitely expecting goals in the second half here, Josh. We'll see how we go. Definitely both sides had chances as Yanni Miletis gets things underway. But, yeah, both want to break the deadlock. And as you mentioned before, Dandy City will want to add to their tally in the Dandy Derby, having only won their first edition last season.
It was an incredible night that night. George Andrews Reserve, an expectant crowd. And Thunder just seemed to be overawed by the occasion. They weren't playing the sort of football that we've been accustomed to seeing all season. They even copped some heckles from one of their own fans over a megaphone in the second half, I remember. And Dandy City saved their best performance in a derby for the first finals meeting between these two clubs. Going on to make that grand final, of course, bested by Heidelberg United on a great day out at Lakeside Stadium in front of a 9,000 crowd.
Gibbo just gets fouled there at right back. Will Bauer probably had the better of him in the first half, so we'll see if Ben Gibbo can restore some parity. Of course, Dandy City favoured that left-hand flank. We'll see if that changes with Tim Atharinos entering the fold late in the first half, as he's no slouch and can beat his fullback with pace.
Gibbo galloping forward. Needs a throw in deep in opposition territory. Mention Atharinos, he's had a slow start to the year. Yet to score. Lost his place in the starting lineup after such a accomplished performance in the grand final last year. He was Dandy City's best on the day, scoring and generally looking like he was about to take this league by storm. 23 years of age, still has plenty of time. Waring's head up. Inaba. Mells looking for space to shoot. And it was a tame effort in the end. Easily fielded by Piers Clark. The former Thunder goalkeeper, of course, who crossed the divide to join Dandy City. Long bomb upfield for Will Bauer. We had a bit of Ismaili shirt and plenty of Ben Gibbo's ankle as well. So Will Bauer giving away the free kick. Pretty obvious call for Yanni Miletis to make. Speaking of Piers Clark, famously scored for Dandenong Thunder a couple of seasons ago now. Some goal as well. Bent from the outside of the right boot into the top corner against Green Gully to net a last minute equaliser.
Every goalkeeper's dream, that one, Josh, to get on the end of one.
Revealed it was actually the second goal of his career. He scored one back in Queensland as well at senior level. Michael Weir, then of Hume City, latterly of Green Gully, did it on his debut in NPL Victoria a number of years ago now. Wouldn't put it past such drama to unfold in a Dandenong derby with 98th minute goals in the two home and away meetings last season. Waring. He's been amongst the goals recently. Initial shot cannons into Mells. Gets a second bite at this and threads it through for Bauer to the byline. It's an inviting cross. After Pierce Waring played the initial pass, there was no one there to meet it. Decker still holding down that deeper midfield role. Swiss Army knife of the football away, Decker.
Thunder regain possession here and just settle on the ball a little bit. Go for the diagonal. Out to Jallo. Across to Suleimani. Right foot bomb. Just overcooks it over the crossbar. Ali Suleimani's been fairly quiet tonight. I'm sure Adam Piddick would like to see him on the ball in the final third and creating. So, good start from Suleimani there.
Especially since he's been given an opportunity further forward today. Good find from Jallo. Tough from that sort of range. It did sit up nicely for him.
One of those ones where your eyes just light up. You feel like all the stars are aligning. Did pretty well, but it is hard to sort of keep it down.
And reinvented as a wing-back under Adam Piddick for the majority of his tenure at Thunder. Was a time where he was playing up front for Dandy Thunder a few years ago now.
Seems like they have a few Swiss Army knives there.
And always good to have some versatile players in the squad. Coach's dream. Here's Decker. Wade Decker. Chesnick got a piece of it behind for a corner. Dandy Thunder are putting the forward pressure on and winning it deep in the opposition half. They've been doing it all game. That's the worry for Dandy City. These defensive half turnovers leaving them exposed.
Marniak did well to pounce on the turnover. Quickly got the ball out of his feet to Decker.
George Mells on set-piece duty for Thunder. Good ball into the 6-yard box and Pierce Waring met it. Romanovsky! He's just scored the goal of the week last week. I think he would have been a repeat performer in that category if that had found the top corner. Instead, he wins another corner for the Thunder. And George Mells, the set-piece specialist, lines one up again. Back post delivery this time. Deep cross. Inaba hooks it away, out for a throw. Need a Marshall dispatch to fetch that ball. It's flown onto the back pitch there. And Suleimani will try his luck with a long throw. Good distance on it, flicked on by Alessi. Clark opted for the punch. Alessi, and that's high wide and not so handsome with the cross. Pierce Clark could have caught that. Arriving unopposed. More and more goalkeepers are aiming for, or opting for the fists. I suppose as a reaction to the amount of defensive traffic that's usually in the 6-yard box these days. Decker. Jallo went to grounds. No whistle. Chesnick finding the feet of Pierce Waring. Does brilliantly to hold off two. Webster back to Waring, who launches the diagonal over the head of Benjiba. It's perfectly measured into the path of Bauer. Now 4 attacking the box for Dandy City. Cut back to Inaba. Back out to Bauer. Can he deliver the cross? Jinks back onto his right and headed over the bar by Lambatarides. A good move from Dandy City. And superb work in the build-up from Pierce Waring.
Very good strikers play there from Waring, albeit probably 40 yards deeper than where he'd like to be receiving the ball back to goal. But did well, got the return ball from Webster, and released Wilbau on that left-hand side. Good signs. As Thunder retreat. And now decides to go long to Maniac. And Clark retrieves. Turnover. Romanovsky on the counter-attack. 1v1 with Webster. Cuts in. Miledes waves it away. And City are away on their own counter-attack here. Up the right-hand side. And Chesnick just overcooks that one.
It was a careless turnover, wasn't it, from Pierce Clark. Trying to distribute with the long throw. Hung in the air, and Romanovsky was onto it in a flash. The correct decision made. Not nearly enough contact between Romanovsky and Jack Webster, and even the player who went down wasn't really appealing for the penalty. Romanovsky. Maniac goes down. High contact from Gaku Naba. Webster. I think that's what he intended, but it worked out well. And Varinos back to his captain. Thunder really chasing everything now. Trying to force the mistake. Jiba. First header wasn't convincing, but he's kept it alive. Suleimani. Melts. Maniac has to backtrack. Lovely footwork from Maniac. And knocks it in behind for Wade Decker, who had Romanovsky arriving in the middle. Went for the shot himself. And it's comfortably saved by Pierce Clark. Huge opening for Dandy Thunder. It was Lat Maniac who opened the Dandy City defence with that bit of quick thinking and quick footwork to shake off his marker. It's a lovely ball in behind.
Fantastic ball into Decker. Great run. Romanovsky, of course, streaming down the left-hand side.
I think Decker would have had to have eyes in the back of his head to spot him there, though. Just outside the peripheral vision, really. Suleimani plays it backwards instead of out to Jiba. Just some frustration from the Thunder bench. Keep it going forward, though. Melts. Romanovsky. Williams. Williams puts it in behind. That's a handy ball. And Ashcroft gets the better of Decker just about. Chesnick has to stretch and backtrack. Atherinos. His first time layoff is off the mark.
Thunder have started brightly here this second half. Had more of the territory and probably a little bit more of possession. Romanovsky. Out to the right-hand side. So they control the ball here. Decker. Forges forward. Out to Maniac. Went for the first time cross. Didn't quite catch that one. And straight into Pierce Clark's arms.
Been impressed with Wade Decker in the last few minutes. He's getting forward a lot from central midfield. It's a lot of running to get through. I wonder whether he's going to last the 90 minutes, but he's the one who's opening up opportunities for Thunder with his forward runs from deep. He's wearing for Dandy City. Has Atherinos in support. Crosses it himself. Jeeba, not the most confident clearance. Works out fortuitously for the visitors. Suleimani only has Jallo to aim for further forward. He thinks better of it. Really tense. Down on the touchline and out on the pitch. First goal will shake this game. Suleimani. Neat layoff. Jeeba checks back to Melts. Jallo. Really well done by Ashcroft. Lambatarides. Waring dropping deep again, and he's brought down by Daniel Alessi. And Yanni Miletis is calling Daniel Alessi over, and this could be the game's first booking. Or at least a talking to.
Again, Pierce Waring there, involved in the build-up, dropping deep, providing that sort of target for City to play out through the middle of the park.
I think he's actually been blood ruled here. Mays has been allowed to hit the deck. He's all ready to run it off and keep playing until the referee calls him over, orders him to the bench, and then he has to have a sit down. Can't make that make sense.
Another stoppage here. Hour gone here at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex. Still scoreless. The game's building here, Josh.
It's Ben Urbani looked for a moment like he was ready to come on. The bib's gone back on for the moment. Patch-up job complete on Daniel Alessi. Maybe there's still some running and repairs to be done. We're back underway. Thunder down to 10 temporarily. Kim looking for Webster. Comes out to Latham. Webster, offside flag up.
That one looked extremely tight there, Josh. Jack Webster knows where to be in the box. Snuck out on that right-hand side. Thunder just delaying the game here a little bit to make sure Alessi can be ready to come back into it.
Cut just above his eyebrow. Daniel Alessi has been patched up. He's looking like Terry Butcher with the bandage. Having to wash the blood off his neck that had been dripping down to satisfy the fourth official. Will Bauer now. Bauer across goal, and Atherinos couldn't quite meet it. Well, he looks like the most likely route to a Dandy City opener. He's been the threat all game. And now Jeeba's got a problem.
As you mentioned before, looks like it is Toby Abani about to come on. Former, I believe, Melbourne Victory youth product.
Yeah, played there last season in the NPL. Toby Abani was at Melbourne City before that, if I remember correctly. Usually plays on the left-hand side, so we'll see Romanovsky go across to the right. He's a pretty two-footed player. Tabena Abani comes on at left wing back. He's got pace to burn, loves to venture forward. Kim. Decker. Being held by Kim. Advantage paid by the referee, Yanni Milidis. Still we wait for a breakthrough in this one.
Alessi comes away with it. Abani looks to get it. But Williams retreats. Back to Withers. Can't beat Inaba in the air. Second ball comes down to Dandy City. Waring on his right foot. Out to the right-hand flank. Atharinos, 1v1. Cuts inside. Well snuffed out by the Thunder defence.
Ivan, I can tell you, we have not had a nil or draw in this fixture since the very first meeting between these two teams back in the year 2000 in the State League Cup at Centenary Park.
I was going to say, Josh, that's incredibly good memory from you if you pulled that out of your hat.
Got FB historian Tony Pasoglia to thank. His brilliant season guide.
So what you're saying is, there will be a goal.
Well, unless you're ready to get the first nil or draw in a Dandy derby for 26 years, you usually rely on at least one in this game. It might have been pre-merger Dandy City as well, to be fair. Have to check my dates on that one.
Before my time, definitely, Josh.
Before mine as well, I must clarify. I wasn't there.
No, you're a keen student of the game, Josh, so might have had that one in the back pocket somewhere.
Chesnick feeding Waring, popping up everywhere to get involved now. Pierce Waring to whip it in. Can't beat the first defender. And Parker Williams. Inaba with a chance to cross. Chucks inside instead. Webster wants it to feet. Parker Williams is sliding in. There's preemptive appeals from the bench. Webster with a ricochet. And his touch deserts him that time. Kim with a cleverly disguised no-look pass there. He goes Waring. Great footwork from Waring, and he's brought down. And if he can't get a sniff in the box, Pierce Waring turns creator, beating two defenders and winning a free kick in a very promising position for Dandy City.
Jamie, go edges. Billy, get Jamie edges. Hey, now, Power. Should be instant.
Wasn't a whole lot in that one, but he did clip him. Melidi has judged that to be a foul. Dangerous area here, as you said, Josh. Latham standing over it. Or will it be an in-swinger? Potentially setting up for a set piece here. Something straight from the training ground. Let's see. So go short.
It's kicked off in the box now. Webster was trying to force it over the line while it was still in Withers' hands. And the Dandy Thunder goalkeeper did not appreciate that. Well, tempers always run high in this fixture.
Sorry, is that 26 or 25?
Sander Guy's ready to come on the Dandy City, so we'll see if he plays in tandem. His yellow cards are dished out.
Lamba! 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 Lamba!
Yeah, it's going to be George Lambertarides who comes off. Jack Webster's shirt is in tatters. We might need a replacement before the game is out. Yeah, and it's a yellow card that was shown to each captain. So Suleimani and Webster both in the book after that melee. Webster looks like he's been in a barroom brawl on King Street after that.
Yeah, you don't often get a rip shirt in Senol NPL Victoria, Josh. But here we are.
We had one at this very venue last week, in fact, after a goalmouth scramble. Young Javier Aratia Pio almost forced the ball over the line for Green Gully in stoppage time. And there was a bit of a set-to afterwards. Easy playing for Withers, the Atherinos cross. Time to go back the other way. Romanovsky doesn't really fancy any of his further options forward. Smaley's diagonal. Chesnick underneath it. Had to be sure of himself. Sent long by Piers Clark. I almost sense the nerves starting to set in now. Most sets of players know that one mistake could prove decisive.
Just getting a slight bit cagey here, Josh. Probably not as free-flowing as early parts of the game.
Compelling in a whole different way. Unless he bandaged up with his own war wounds. Webster with his shirt hanging off his shoulder. And Xander Guy getting involved for the first time. Inaba takes a heavy touch and invites the sliding challenge, really. Danny Kim responds in kind. Maniek. Out-muscled by Ashcroft. Oh, the free kick's gone Dandy Thunder's way.
I was just about to say, Josh, it's not customary of Gaku Inaba to be streaming down the left-hand side like that.
It's a bit of a new role for him at left back, mainly centre-back last season.
I mean, it's working okay so far, with Dandenong having that front two. Probably Chesnick's got a bit more licence to run forward, so they've got that 3v2 in defence against Jallo and Maniek.
some attacking instincts. He nearly scored an overhead kick in the NPL Victoria Grand Final, if not for an incredible Yaron Souza save. That's a fair pass from Latham, though. Picking out Bauer. 2 to aim for in the box, and the cross never arrives. And that's going to be a pretty obvious yellow card for Pierce Waring. Accepts it without complaints. Such a superb left, right to left switcher play. And I don't think Nick Tolios was happy with Will Bauer's decision-making or his execution. Chesnick under pressure from Abani. Atherinos. Latham spreads the play well. Now goes back to Inaba again. Really taking the more urgent attacking option. They've got 2 targets to aim for up front now, Dandy City. Looking to press the issue. Inaba heads it on. Bauer. Goes around the outside of Ismaili. That's a superb recovering challenge. Dandy Thunder's longest serving player in the team today. Siftim Ismaili, over 100 appearances. You can see all that experience. And his decision to slide in there, perfectly judged.
Fantastic defending there after Bauer got the hop on him on that left-hand side. Will Bauer has been much better contained in this second half.
Bit of wrestling in the box to attend to here. Not entirely surprised that Jack Webster is involved. Needs to make a nuisance of himself when he goes up for set pieces. Manyak and Suleimani, the players being warned. Nathan's ball in, Webster. Xander Guy! Just wide. You thought that was the moment for Dandy City. And it whistles past the post. Desperately unlucky for Xander Guy.
Nice floated ball in from Latham. Webster went up for the header. Ball fell nicely onto Xander Guy's left foot. Good touch, pulled the trigger. Half a yard wide of that right-hand post.
I'm not sure there was much more he could have done, really. First touch was perfect. Had to get it past Parker Williams. He had a very small margin for error. He spent some time away from NPL Victoria, but the goal-scoring instincts haven't deserted him. From a Dynamo and Avondale man, double winner, championship and premiership with the Avengers in 2023. Scored in a grand final in a demolition of South Melbourne at Olympic Village. Tolios was actually the commentary booth alongside me that day, so maybe that's the day he thought, Xander Guy, if I get a chance, I'm picking him up.
Took him 3 years, Josh. Obviously, Xander went back to Queensland. Now he finds himself back in Senol NPL Victoria.
He signed for Preston Lions last season, but injury troubles in pre-season meant he never actually made an appearance. That's a good ball from Manyak! And Jallow wasn't too far away, making the telling contact.
Again, Maniac's left foot wreaking havoc. Fantastic ball, which just dipped into the 6-yard box. Probably just half a yard too far for Hassan Jallo to get his head onto that one.
Kim. Good work from Kim initially. The second pass was offline. Guy really had support in close. Webster judged it well. Thunder ball. Tim Atharinos is playing through the middle, and this is the number 10. Sander Guy is a makeshift winger. Atharinos thought he was pushed. Had a long look at that one before deciding that, yes, George Mells did have two hands in the back. It was enough for a foul. To the final 10 minutes here at Frank Holohan in the Dandy Derby, and still we wait for an opening goal, potentially a decisive goal.
Game just mellowed a little bit in the last 5 or so minutes, Josh.
So Heidelberg have taken the lead against Avondale again in the 89th minute at Olympic Village. South Melbourne, Preston and Oakley all up comfortably on 3 goals or more. Suleimani's ball wide for Romanovsky. Numbers assembling in the box now for Thunder. Romanovsky jinking this way and that! Was it a shot? Was it a cross? Either way, it missed the target and it missed his teammates by a whisker. Such an exciting teenage talent, Jay Romanovsky. And he almost had another memorable moment to add to his highlight reel.
Inaba did well there just to delay Suleimani. Would have liked to get that ball across to Romanovsky a little bit earlier. Did get it there. Romanovsky did well to shimmy right and left, get onto his left foot. Wasn't able to put that one on target. As the ball falls to Inaba. And Dandy City have possession here. But a long ball to no one. And Alessi comes away with it and sends it back where it came from. Piers Clark. Out to Atharinos, who's unable to control. Thunder just building a bit of momentum here. Decker on the half turn. Out wide to Maniac. Unable to find him. It's a Dandy City throw-in. Deep in defence.
Always get nervous when the ball comes back to the goalkeeper on the goal line. It's going to be a change for Thunder. Rahul Suresh coming on to replace Hassan Jallo. Rahul Suresh, a teammate of Wade Decker in the Sri Lankan national team these days. Another Suresh brother in Victoria, who also plays internationally for Sri Lanka. Growing contingent. Distribution from Clark. Plenty of red and black shirts in the way though. For Valley Chesnick. Inaba. Waring. One-on-one with Alessi. Twisting and turning and floating it to the back post. Bauer couldn't get on the end of it. He didn't have too many to aim for. Pierce Waring. It's going to be a corner. Thunder furious with that decision. Couldn't see a deflection on the replay. Doesn't mean it wasn't there. Jamie Latham calling rank on this one. Latham's outswinger. Kim. Atherinos with the ball back into the box. And no idle player gambling on it. Cold really starting to set in. Frank Holohan. Offside against Suresh. Abani. Webster. Decker. Comes to Romanovsky. Slides it in behind for Suresh. Ashcroft gets there first. Was always favourite for it, in truth. Kansas City playing through the intense Thunder press again. Playing with fire at times here. Ismaili nearly takes out a spectator. Good reflexes on the sideline there.
Been flying past that head height.
It'll end up looking like Daniel Alessi if they hadn't moved out of the way.
Into the final 5 minutes here of regulation time. Thunder with the ball. Out through the back line. Dandy City seems to have retreated a little bit.
Who's going to take the risk here, Ivan? Who wants to win this game more and is willing to risk defeat as a result?
As we sort of touched on, Josh, probably from the 70th minute mark onwards, has turned into a bit more of a cagey affair where it has looked like both teams don't want to lose, and more so playing for a bit of the draw. Still a few moments here as the ball comes back to Clark. Deals with it well. And Latham clears. Chance for City to push up the park.
The change for Dandy City. Pierce Waring will be withdrawn. Xander Guy goes up top, I suspect, with Stasi Georgikopoulos. Another member of the Victory Youth Brigade, who played in the top flight last season. He's elevated to the number 10 role. Atherinos out to the left. Bauer on the right. Another forward reshuffle from Dandy City. Jamie Latham operating deeper in midfield now. Decker. Parker Williams. Poorly done, back to Meltz. Spreads it wide to Romanovsky. Early deliveries on. The Decker at the back post. Suresh. Jamie Latham's clearing header, gets it away temporarily. Abani. I think both sides will be wondering what might have been if this one ends scoreless.
Well done, son. Watch them. Watch them.
Waiting to Just see how many minutes go up on the fourth official's board. Danny Kim lofts it forward. Guy can't connect with a teammate. Mells takes it the other way. Maniac rolls it through. Suresh. Back to Lot. Maniac! Thunder strike late in the derby. Lot Maniac has his 5th goal of the season. And that will be sweeter than all the rest combined. A bitter pill to swallow for Dandy City. Thunder jubilation. The bench is emptied. The shirt is off. And a devastating counter-attack led by George Mells. Lat Maniac. And a very composed return pass from Rahul Suresh. The Dandenong City defence just caught napping there.
Maniac did extremely well there to get the ball in the passage from Mells, dished it off to Suresh, and put his head down and charged for that penalty spot. Suresh had a few options there, could have went solo, but did the team thing, laid it to the top of the 6-yard box, and Maniac, with a head full of steam, made no mistake from probably just outside the 6-yard box with his right foot.
It's actually nutmegs the goalkeeper. He's never really missing from that sort of range, even on his weaker foot. And Maniac, what a time he's having in NPL Victoria. He spreads it out wide to Suresh again. Maniac, does he go for goal or take it to the corner? He wants another. Taking on Ashcroft and giving it away.
And Ashcroft there on a searching run. Unable to progress. Here we go. Will City send some numbers forward? Ball on the left-hand side. Out to Latham. Webster with time. Into the box. Oh! Oh! Almost an own goal from Dandenong Thunder. Jack Webster with a searching ball.
Oh, goodness me, drama in both penalty areas. Almost a horror moment. As Webster's ball forward and Daniel Alessi nearly heading past his own goalkeeper. Pierce Clark is up. Ball to the back stick. Decker kept it alive and kept it in play, and the goal is unguarded. But he can't make the distance from there. Latham. Kim. Still Jamie Latham. Crowded penalty area. Can't find the teammate. Dandy City don't have long. Bauer. All caution thrown to the wind now. Wayward clearance. Goes straight to Latham. And Romanovsky will clean things up for Thunder. They want the final whistle. The ball stays in play. Chesnick. Inaba needs to send it long. They work it out to Latham instead. Going at Romanovsky. Jamie Latham whips it in. Alessi away from danger, only as far as Atharinos, but Wade Decker gets to the loose ball first. Oh, they've scrapped and battled for this, Dandy Thunder. They've had less of the possession. Not as many opportunities as Dandy City. They've pressed hard, they've fought hard. And as Wade Decker trots off in stoppage time, no one has put in more running than he has. One final Defensive stand for Thunder. Long throw from Bauer. Comes out to Bauer again. Webster. Atherinos. Ball pinballing everywhere. Webster. Chesnick. Parker Williams there just in time. They're holding on by their fingernails here, Ivan.
All happening here at Frank Holohan, Josh.
This is the drama we came for in the Dandenong derby. Chesnick! It's a goal kick, and that might be that. Splayed wide off the right boot of Valley Chesnick, and Dandy City's hopes ebbing away.
A few scuff clearances, a few deflections back into the box. Ball half fell for Chesnick. And that final one was just hit across the face of goal. Jack Webster's staying up forward. Numbers are forward for Dandy City. Final minute or two here at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex.
Played 5 minutes of stoppage time. Adam Piddick is prowling the edge of his technical area. He's almost on the pitch. Chesnick. Last roll of the dice. Bauer to the byline. Will Bauer overcooks the cross and misses everybody. Can Atherinos keep it alive? He's brought down. A really ill-judged challenge from Jay Romanovsky. And a last gasp set piece for Dandy City. They send Pierce Clark forward again. The goal-scoring goalkeeper. Could he do it again against his old club?
I don't think anyone sent him forward, Josh. I think he sent himself forward. He can sense there's a chance here.
Latham over the free kick. Everybody in the Thunder penalty area. Webster! And it's over the bar. And that might be that. Dandy City have had their chances in stoppage time. It was a perfect pinpoint delivery from Jamie Latham. And the captain with his shirt in tatters, who's given everything tonight, couldn't direct the header on target. What a chance, Ivan.
Latham's put it right on the head of the man you want to have that header on goal. As the ball comes back out to Latham. And that's all in the 18th edition of the Dandenong Derby. Dandenong City 0, Dandenong Thunder 1. The difference being that fantastic effort from Lart Maniak late in the second half. Game that toed and fro, Josh. Both sides had their chances, but Dandy Thunder come away with the 3 points in a fixture, it must be said, they have dominated in recent history.
Yeah, this has been their game in the history of this local rivalry. 11 wins to 1 now. Of course, they'll still be smarting from the elimination final last year, but this is some measure of revenge, especially the manner of the victory. They were on the back foot for a good chunk of the game, but Lart Maniak comes up with the goal. It was of his own making, really. Sends it wide to Rahul Suresh, barrels into the box, and gets the return ball from the substitute, unmarked. The Western Australian is proving an instant hit in Senol NPL Victoria. And he's come up with his biggest goal yet to win the Dandy Derby. Well, it was a game that saved its best for the last 10 minutes or so and stoppage time, Ivan. You can see the shot count ratcheting up, pretty even on the night. Dandy City had chances. Xander Guy whistling one wide. Almost an own goal from Daniel Alessi. 2 chances in stoppage time to level it through Chesnick and the captain Webster. They just couldn't find the back of the net tonight. Even in the first half with Will Bauer rattling the post, there are so many nearly moments and so many regrets for Hajduk tonight, but Dandy Thunder will not care one bit. A morale-boosting win that lifts them out of the relegation zone. Momentous in the course of their season. And local bragging rights will go their way once again. Last gasp late drama in the Dandenong derby, and it's Thunder who win it thanks to Lark Maniac. The final score at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex once again is Dandy City 0, Dandenong Thunder 1.